And we have a reoccurring guest, Michael Presley. The reason we're having a reoccurring guest is because he's really quite famous out there.
And I want to thank you so very much for having us on your program, because we literally went from hundreds of thousands of people on Bandstand Radio, where I have a show on Wednesday night.
Isn't that your show?
Yes, my show on Wednesday night, Audible show. And it went literally from hundreds of thousands of people to over 14 million people around the world listening.
Isn't that great to do something good for someone?
It is.
Do you know what people can understand. You have a birth certificate.
I do.
And you have it signed by your father.
That's correct.
Presley.
His name is on the birth certificate.
Can I see it?
You can. In fact, this was one of the questions whether people would do it. Now, the state has asked me not to show, of course, their name. They do not want to be infiltrated.
That's right. Yeah.
They do not want to be infiltrated by 50 million people requesting, a copy.
So it doesn't have to be so. This is it, and he has allowed me to put this up because I had a lot of people trying to find out.
And as you can see there too, my mother's name there is Mary Ann Hackett, and of course my father's name. And I don't see how it can be that unusual. When you really think about my father in that time and all of his life being the greatest gift to women that there ever was.
I mean, he was slender, he was good looking, and then he sang.
Sexy and beautiful.
Moved his body around.
And from the 1950s into the 1960s, he just got better.
I know.
And so if you realize that and you think about it and go, could it possibly be that he only had one child, knowing full well that literally millions of women were rushing his stages, dropping their panties as they went along? I mean, it's not possible.
Him and Frank Sinatra, I'm telling you, that between the two of them, they conquered all the women. It was absolutely amazing.
My father chased her and wanted to go ahead and still have a relationship with me, and my mother just kind of kept him at arm's distance.
So I'm more interested in you and probably the last 10 years of deciding that you really wanted to be out there, because it's very recent that you wanted to be out there. And you've had lots of different repercussions on people, what they think, and we're all entitled to an opinion. And how have you perceived all this, and how do you, I mean, you're very secure at the moment now, because you've already had so much, these other, whatever, right? In your book, I haven't seen your book yet. In your book, do you have any photographs of you and your dad?
We have my mother and my father together. We have photographs in there. We have so much in there. It is over 5,000 pages long. When your outlets.
Okay, so the book should be out shortly.
Shortly.
And so then you can all investigate, you can all go to all these different
places. Read it,
places,
look at all the pictures and everything like that.
Now, regarding photographs, I'm coming back to the photographs because I haven't seen any photographs of you and your dad. And you started, how old were you when you started involving yourself with your father, with Elvis?
Well, I was still a toddler when my father came by with Colonel Tom Parker.
Yes.
Then the next time that my father came by was in the 1960s.
Okay.
That was followed by another visit or two by people that he sent to be assistants to me. Okay. I wanted to learn karate, and he sent his security individual who had developed Ed Parker. Okay. Yeah, I developed a whole series of dojos. One of those dojos was in Pasadena, California.
Okay.
And when my mother was unable to take me and drive all the way, to Pasadena, Ed Parker would come to Southern California.
So you knew Ed Parker?
Oh yes, Torrance, California. And I've been.
Hey, listen, how was he as a guy?
Fantastic.
I mean, we got
very
ups
nice.
and downs on this guy. That
very
he
nice.
Kind of did a lot of the.
And an incredible. I mean, he developed Kempo.
Yeah. Okay.
Kempo karate.
Yeah.
So, and I learned from him as I was going up through high school.
So you're in like 15, 16. So now you're starting to get involved with your father.
Yes, and I start singing in high school.
Okay.
And I was different. I'll tell you frankly, there's some pictures in there. I was the guy that while everybody else was wearing certain kinds of clothes, I was the one that wore a vest and a bow tie at school.
But do you like dressing like this? Do you? Because you said you like sort of,
I've always dressed like this.
You're kind of following in your father's footsteps because you're a singer. Do you count yourself as you obviously are, but that much different to Elvis Presley and his voice and your voice?
People said, well, can he sound like Elvis? Yes, I sound identical to my father. It's in an album that we just released, okay? And so close that the FBI was unable to determine whether there was two voices on there for the most of the songs, and then they suddenly realized when they were able to get the difference between the two voices, they said, oh, okay, now we see it, see? And it's that close. It's that close with the material on.
But I've just noticed that you sort of portray to be very much like your father, and you enjoy it, and you like it.
And it's natural.
And it's just hearsay from me that you probably found out more information to actually verify who you are. You're not afraid of whatever you say or do anymore. Are you that secure?
I'm that secure.
You are?
I am that secure.
You presented me with a birth certificate, which I have had. You've already seen it. I don't want to bring it up again. It's got Elvis Presley's name on there. It's got everything on there. I know that a lot of people can say, oh, well, he had it duplicated, or he had this, or he had that. This one, I don't think so. I think it's...
and you know what? They're entitled to their opinion.
And it doesn't bother you anymore.
It does not bother me at all.
Not
Somebody said, well, let's just push this black button. I said, don't do that. Don't do that. It will bring out the Navy, the Marine Corps, the Army, the Air Force, the National Guard, the police department, the federal agents, the state people, the fire department. Exactly, out to there.
You can say what your title was. I can't say it because I don't know if you want it out there.
No.
I figured that, so I'm being a very good host and not saying it. I won't. No, because
we do have
you have security.
And we do have federal connections.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I tell them, no, get on the telephone and call the front desk. We called the front desk. We told them, they said, the Presley party is stuck in the elevator between the 4th and 5th floor. And right away,
happened to you?
That right away started something. Okay, and John, who has been with the biggest rock stars out there, we call him and tell him, and he goes, "Oh no, it's starting. This is it." Kathy, his wife, goes, "I thought we were done with all that," and he goes, "No, it's just getting started. Now we've got Michael Presley going at it."
Now.
Because all I could think about was, yeah, this is going to be on national news tonight. Elvis found at the Flamingo Hotel, caught in an elevator.
Five and four.
Exactly. John then tells me he's contacted Channel 3. And they're trying to get a film crew out there.
Oh, because anything out there, whether it's good, bad, right, or wrong, it's always good. Because you're noticed out there and everything else.
Exactly.
So now, because we're going to be closing the show, it's been an incredible interview.
I've got to tell you
He's got to tell me another story.
Yes.
So here, I knew there was another one coming.
We left and went down to Fremont Street.
Oh no, what happened?
Now, well, the last time we went to Fremont Street, we had extra security, and that was good because we do draw a crowd, This was a mistake, actually. And we get down there, and apparently the Garage Boys, who are up on stage, recognized us immediately and went right into an Elvis song and started playing it. and it was
This
great.
is
And
cool.
the people just absolutely were on us. And
Wow.
and it just, and you're shaking hands and pictures and signing autographs and boobs
course,
and
of course.
everything. Because of course you present it to me and you tell me where you want the autograph. I'm liable to put it just exactly where you want
where
it.
you want.
So
Well,
that's what we were doing.
we won't go there.
It's a
This is a
family
clean
show.
But that.
There's all of this kind of stuff, and then there's letters of endorsement.
Stuff.
Yeah,
There's got
there's
so much proof going on here.
it's
Can you imagine going
letters
out
of
there?
endorsement coming in.
Yeah, but can you imagine,
for this
Can
here.
you imagine going out there? If I had to go out there to prove who I was, I don't know if I would like to have done what you've had to do to prove who you are and where you've been and who your father is. I think it's something very difficult to do because it's been such a lapse of time. And also your father obviously is no longer here, but I'm sure we've got blessings. I want to ask you one more question and then we'll close out. Priscilla Presley, how's that going?
My stepmom.
I know wasn't that?
It's interesting because there is two individuals that now, I did tell you on the last time, I think,
Yes.
that they had offered me $2 million not to do the book.
I don't know, I can't remember that. I can remember not to do the book. I can't remember the money side of it.
Yes.
But, okay.
Go away, disappear, don't release the book. Well, it's not about money that I'm releasing the book. It's about knowledge.
Well, no, I think it's more about your life.
Exactly.
I think and anyone's entitled to write about their own life, aren't they?
Exactly. And so,
Okay.
so that was done.
So now we're getting back to Priscilla Presley. So you now feel that things are getting a little closer, a little nicer with her, and
I'm hoping so.
And you're hoping so
I'm hoping so.
to have that love. I'd love to interview her as well. I'd love with you. I'd love to.
Oh,
interview.
it'd be a blast.
Yeah, that would be incredible because.